Greetings, friend. How are you doing today? I have a few questions for you today. Few questions. First questions. Would you love that your 2021 is even better or much better than 2020 and all happen easily and with fun? Would you love that? And the second questions I have for you today, the second question, how much do you love what you're doing? How much do you love what you are doing? The third questions. Pay attention to the difference. How much love do you put into each and everything that you are doing? And this doing could be something related to your work, definitely could be something related to your work, your creations, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be your day-to-day life and so forth. So how much do you love what you're doing? Let's say your work, and then how much love do you put into every single little thing that you are doing? And if you would love to have a wonderfully spectacular, even better 2021 and have that take place for you easily and with a lot more fun, one way that is very reliable and definitely foolproof, fail-proof, is by infusing love into everything that you do. And love, I mentioned in a different post, love is like those warm feeling when you are so cold. Love is like a wonderful, gentle, cool breeze when you are so warm and hot in a hot summer. Love is something that will, according to Mandino, that love, the unseen power of love, is the only thing that can open the hearts of men and women. This is from the book, in his book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. And this book talks about how to become very, very successful in life. And it's talk about how to become successful in the workplace, but it's also at the same time all the skills and tools that he shares in here are for the one that is applicable for every aspect of life as well. And so whether your visions, dream, and big audacious goal is to be it has something to do with your workplace, with your occupations, with your vocations, or it is something more in your personal life. Perhaps it's in your health. How much do you really love what is it, the visions that you have in your health, and how much love do you infuse with every actions? Do you go and say, I want to lose this many pounds and I want to be stronger, and then you embark on a diet program, and a meal program, let's say, and every time you look at the meal program, you say, okay, well, yeah, I definitely can't eat that. All right, well, I have to only eat this thing here right now. I have to eat this thing here right now. Well, okay, I want to be stronger, and so, okay, you know what, then I'll have to exercise. Okay, let me get myself back on the treadmill, and all right, I'm going in the treadmill. Or do you say, oh God, yes, I would really love this outcome. And for whatever reason, perhaps it's for yourself, perhaps because somebody you love, you want to, let's say you want to be healthier and lose some weight so that you can be healthier, not just so you can lose weight so you can lose weight. And that's because somebody you love, you know that if you are healthier, you'll be more likely to be able to see your kids and perhaps even your grandkids grow up and dance at their wedding, right? Or attend their graduations or something like that. And so you are pulled by love. Not just because the magazine said you gotta lose weight and the social media say this is how men at this age and women at this age got to look like, but you are pulled by love. You said, oh yeah, I love my kids. Perhaps you said, I want to stop smoking. And because, well, now I realize that if I stop smoking, this is just an example, then I will more likely to be able to be healthy and stay healthy with every aspect. Some 30 more years or 60 more years from now, and I'll be able to be attending and dancing at my grandchild graduations and wedding. And so, what it is that love? What are you doing things with love? Are you going toward your healthy goal because of love? Because of something you love? And how do you do that? Are you actually looking at your new meal plan, and say, oh yeah, I'm so grateful and I am loving this meal plan that you choose to go on, whether it's because somebody recommendation. At the end of the day, you choose to go on that meal plan. Even if it's your doctor recommending you a certain thing, then you choose to follow your doctor's instructions, don't you? I mean, you could choose to not do it, right? So you choose that. And then, so do you choose that and you say, okay, yes, this is something that I choose to do. And then even as you're looking at the big brownie, and you choose to not eat brick brownie, but maybe eat a piece of fruit for your sweet tooth, then you say, okay, yes, I'm loving this fruit. I didn't know that mango can taste this nice. And in winter time, how about that? Feel like a little bit like in a tropical island, isn't it? Oh, well, okay, yes, I used to drink this big, huge thing of Diet Coke or Coke or soda or something. And then now I never realized that how fun it could be drinking this coconut water in this cup, then in this glass that you can put a little umbrella on it, and then you can drink it, and it's sweet and refreshing and tasty. And guess what? When you're drinking that with this little ornamental umbrella, you can just even imagine that you are in a tropical sand somewhere, while it is 5 or 15 inches of snow outside your house, and you are in the sanctuary of your home, while your mind is, oh God, you are relaxing in your svelte, strong, healthier body in in the Caribbean or in the Hawaii or wherever that it is good for you. And you're loving it, and you're loving it, you're loving everything that you do. Now, nothing's against Coke or Diet Coke or brownies or something. I eat brownies too, and I do love those at appropriate time. So nothing against those, but just let's say, you could go into something. And say, oh my God, I got to do this. Oh my God, I got to go. Here we go again. I got to go to work. Yes, I would love to, sometimes some of us say, okay, yes, I love what I'm doing, but I don't love this aspect of that. I don't care about this and I don't care of that. Well, one thing that can change what it is that you are doing, perhaps at the occupations that you love, but not necessarily the part of it, is by when you infuse love, and you will see that everything flow easier. Why? Because just like we know that everything vibrations, and that life and the universe move and vibrate at the highest level. Everything in nature is love. Now, sometimes you can say, how could natural disaster be love? But it's a lot of time you can see it that it's almost like nature's way of cleaning itself up. So everything in nature vibrate at the level of love, when everything flow a whole lot easier, and not to mention you feel a whole lot better if you vibrate with everything with love, which is this high level vibration. This is from the Dr. David Hawkins book, and he says everything is with love, but everything in nature move with love. But a lot of time, different feelings, different energy has different vibrations, such as apathy. If you like, I don't want to do this kind of thing. Well, the apathy is a vibration of 50 instead of 5. And then if you have, let's say you said, well, but what about if I use fear? If I say, well, I kind of afraid of getting a heart attack, or I am afraid of whatever it is. I'm afraid of losing my job. So I use fear. Fear can be a moving thing, right? I use fear such that I can move and I can do things. Well, yes, it's good. But if you look at this, fear is at the vibrations of 100. Fear is the vibrations of 100, while if we are looking at this, love is at the vibrations of 500. And so, yes, it's better than nothing, better than apathy. Fear is better than apathy, but it is definitely if you infuse things with love. Love, even if you are powered by anger, some of us may perhaps you powered by anger. Yes, it's definitely better than apathy, but still anger and even courage, you like, I'm making myself doing this. Okay, I want to be healthier, so I'm making myself. I am going to be courageous, and I'm going to be, I'm doing this. I'm going to do this. I'm doing this. I'm definitely not going to be tempted. I'm courageous, and I will be strong, and and that's definitely awesome. It's good to be courageous. Guess where courage is? Courage is the vibrations of 200. Well, if you can shift how you see things, and you actually able to do things with love, and even better with joy and peace, such as the example I just gave you, you can say, okay, yes, I am loving this. I am pulled by love, and I'm infusing love to the food that I choose, to the drink that I choose, to the actions and work that I choose. And then you are feeling better with that. And now, because you feel that you are on vacations, that when you are when you choose to drink coconut water, I'm just choosing coconut water for an example, and then you feel joy. Now you feel joy. Well, guess where? Joy have a vibration of 540, even better than love. And then if you are doing something and you said, okay, this is actually yummy, and now I make peace with what my choice is, and I'm no longer feeling that I have to do something. You're no longer feeling that you have to do something. You're no longer making yourself do that, but you are loving yourself and loving the moment you're doing that, and you're joyful about it, even if you use your imaginations to help you to be joyful, and you now make peace with what it is and with your choices, with every movement that you do and everything you choose. Peace is at the vibrations of 600 in here. Peace is at the vibrations of 600, where the universe flow and life flow. And this is an example for health, because many of us, the beginning of the year, particularly after the year of 2020, many of us said, okay, I'm going to be, healthier this year. I'm going to lose all the pounds that I gained in the 2020. I'm going to get back to exercise somehow, some way. Well, you can get back to exercise somehow, some way, and lose all the pound using guilt. I'm feeling guilty. Guess where guilt vibration is? 30. Guilt vibrations, 30. You can be powered by guilt. You can be powered by fear. We say that fear vibrations are 100. You can be, okay, I'm going to do this. 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 That's a vibrations of 200. Or you can be pulled by love and powered by love, and make everything that you do is infused with love. And this is the same thing if you were at work. There's no different. Let's say your goal is to be even better at your work, to be even better at your workplace. Well, very interesting experience, an interesting lesson. Quite a few years back, there was somebody come in to work where I was working as an oncologist, and this person was very upset and everything. And we did everything correctly according to even if you were to look at the book, we do everything. We were very patient, very kind with her. At the end of the day, even after we did everything, she was very upset with us, and she wanted every single penny of her money back. because one of her concern, of course, she has financial concern, but she was very upset as well. And so that what happened with this person. And so we decided that we look at everything, and the management decided to do this and that, and so on and so forth. So that was that. And only a few months later, a very similar scenario occur. And in the second scenario, this is also happened with me in my work as an oncologist back then. And the second scenario is very similar scenario. The client is very upset, has financial concern, and this and this and this. And not only that, the whole thing started out with somebody in the team member making a mistake, making this client even more upset, mind you. And I said, this is really interesting. And something in me has taught me by then that every action is, that love, as we mentioned, love opens the heart. That every action is a call for love or an expressions of love. And this is when I was learning this earlier on. And I said, okay, I wonder if this is a lesson to me. So with the second person, having that awareness, even though this person started out even more upset and with even more financial constraint, I did everything that I possibly could infuse with love. Same thing, practically almost the exact same thing, to the point that at the end of the day, the second person, the bill for her is actually a little bit more than the first one. The bill was a little more than the first one, and I did everything, and the outcome is exactly the same. However, the second person at the end of the whole transaction could not thank me enough, could not praise me enough, and so grateful for every single experience that she had with us. And while at the beginning she came in with a whole lot more apprehensions, she was already upset because somebody made a mistake, and she was sounding like she had even more financial constraint. And in there was things that happened that could have just like throw things off completely. And all along I said, I'm going to do this with love. Every action, every call, every word, everything. And even as I work with the patient, I'm pouring as much love and love and love into it. And this each of them, literally it was a couple weeks interaction. And the first one, at the end of that couple weeks, the person won every single penny back. And I was very upset and on and so forth. And the second one could not thank me enough for her whole interaction with us. And so it's the same thing, whether it's your health, whether it's your workplace, whether it's definitely your relationship. How can you infuse even more love? Not just how much you love. Sometimes we think about how much we love on doing something and say, oh yeah, I love this, oh yeah, I love that. But how do you infuse love with every single thing that you do? How much you infuse love? Perhaps you said, okay, well, instead of doing that, I'm going to do this now. Are you going to do this with, okay, well, I have to do this now. Okay, or are you going to do this with, okay, well, I'm so grateful and I'm infusing love. Even if you don't feel like you're loving it at the moment, you're infusing love. And before you know it, you're going to love it a whole lot faster and a whole lot easier. And then you can use your imagination. You can use a little prop to make it even more fun. And when you're fun, why is it important to have fun? When you have fun, usually you're more joyful, you're happier, and the vibrations, back to the vibrations, it's even higher. So how much do you infuse love to everything that you do, every word that you say? And I invite you, if you like to just join me to follow Mandino lessons. And he says, I will greet this day with love in my heart. And when you wake up, as you go through your day today, when you wake up tomorrow, the rest of this week, the rest of this month, just experiment with it. That to greet the day with love in your heart. And he shares in here in a whole chapter about love, that to infuse with love, to do everything with love, to just, if you like to, I invite you to just experiment with me. As you go to your car, when was the last time you say to your car, "Hey car, thank you, I'm so grateful for you, and I love you very much"? When was the last time? Or perhaps you're not driving, and but when was the last time you go to your kitchen, and whether maybe you use your microwave, maybe you use your stove, and when was the last time you say, "Stove or microwave, thank you for helping me warm up and cook whatever I need. I'm so grateful for you, and I love you very much." Because at the end of the day, everything is energy and everything is connected. And how you do anything is how you do everything. And so I invite you to just join me to endeavor. Nobody is perfect, but we can endeavor to just get up and wake up and greet your day with love and infuse love in every single thing that you do, and you will see that the result can be spectacularly different, just like the what I share you with my work, and just like if you practice doing that in your diet. That's what I did back in the day when I was changing my health to be something even healthier and has more vibrancy and energy at any time, as you can see. And so please share in the comment below, how would you infuse even more love into things that you do every time, moment to moment? How would you do that? How would you do that this week, today, and tonight? And please share in the comment below if you have any feedback, and please feel welcome to share this video if you'd like to. And this is Bridget with From Grieving to Joyful Living. I love you very, very much. I care about you very, very much, and I see that as you join me infusing even more love to everything that you do. And yes, as you putting on your clothes, you say, "Thank you, clothes, that I can stay warm, and I love you very, very much." Doing that and see how things open up in your life, how things flow in your life, and then just share if you like to, if you ever done this, and how it feels to you to even start with, and what's the result. And I love you very much, and I look forward to see you again very, very soon. And kudos and congratulations for infusing even more love in your life and making your 2021 even more successful, wonderful, in a whole lot easier and fun way.